What we're looking at here is a clamping setup on our 330 Cormac head refacer machine. These are the ways. They have T-slots, and you can drop the T-slots, you can drop the bolts into the T-slots or T-bolts and set your clamping up however you like it, or however suits the cylinder head. All different cylinder heads, all different ways of doing it. Some are easier than others. We check this machine on a fortnightly basis. We run the gauges over the ways, we run the stones over the ways, we check that the head's cutting true, just off trailing cut, so we know that everything's accurate. The cylinder head that's on it is a cylinder that's been bought into us by a nice guy, and his problem is he's got a ghost in the engine, strange running and misfiring and whatnot. We've reworked his bottom end, and now he's bought his cylinder head to us for us to have a look at that, just to, you know, take the doubt away and get the job right. So he's had this cylinder head refaced by an old guy, most likely owning an old machine. Old machines are good if you keep them accurate. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a go with this. We're going to drop the safety guard in. Safety first. And then we're going to turn the machine on. Just lock it into gear so it doesn't run away. That's the cutting head. Let's have the coolant on. I always have the coolant, especially with aluminium, specially formulated coolant we've got here. And we'll just go in manual, so we can feel the cut and we can hear the cut. And it's dropped off over the side of the cylinder head. Let's knock it down a bit on the cutting dial, on the depth dial, and let's bring it back over. Again, a little bit of contact here and there, which is to be expected. Oh, it's a lot louder at this end. That means that the machine's working harder. Really going in there. Run it over a couple more times at that depth. Clear the machine. Stop the cutting ahead. Stop the weight. Stop the water. Wait for it to stop spinning. And that to me is pretty obvious. You take your level from the bottom here on both sides, and that's clamped down, so then whatever's been done up top will show when we put it on this machine. And I think this guy's machine is cutting off, to say the least, and it's pretty bad. So his machine has actually originally faced more this side and rid up here and missed this side, and that could be the problem. It's not very nice. It's almost like a ramp now, like a wedge, ever so slight, but when you're talking the tolerances and the pressures of a running diesel engine, high performance direct injection diesel like this, that's definitely not good. So we're going to reface all of this. We know we can get it straight, this machine can cut, and then we're going to have to do a lot of valve work, a lot of valve tram work. We'll cut the seats back and we'll set all the valves up and everything. But sometimes a cheap skim doesn't work out that cheap after all, does it? What do they say? Pay cheap, you pay twice. And that's the finished result. That's after the machine has cut it all level. We haven't removed it, we haven't adjusted it, we've just kept cutting until it was all straight again. That's all you can do in these sort of circumstances. But now it's all straight again and it's ready for the next step. We're going to put the valves back in after they've been trammed and seated and get back to the customer.